Hello everyone! Today I'm going to do the book cake tag created by Suddenly Lorna, and I know some other people have done this and I just thought it looked so fun, and I always watch tags and I do them in my head, so I decided now that I have a booktube channel, let's do it for real. So we're gonna start with some flour, and which book was slow at the beginning but picked up as it went along, and I can definitely say without a doubt Graceling by Kristen Cashore. This book, it was so boring at the beginning, and it kept going on and on about our eyes, and we don't even know what that means. But then once we figured it out and once we got more into the story, it was truly amazing. This was an amazing book. It was slow at the beginning. Give it a couple chapters. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I shoved it on the ground. Oops. Okay, the next one. Now let's add some margarine in, which is a book that has a rich and great plot. And this is The Pledge by Kimberly Derting. It was amazing, and the plot was really intricate and different from anything I've ever read, ever. And it was very rich, like margarine. So The Pledge by Kimberly Derting. Now it's time to throw in some eggs. Which book did you think it would be bad, but it turned out to be enjoyable? Okay, you guys are going to be so shocked. And that is An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. The only reason why I thought this is because on Goodreads, when I marked it as to read, I was looking at the comments and all of them were like 1 and 2 stars. Like, this is the worst John Green book ever. And I'm like, oh, dang it. But, I knew I had to read all his books. I loved this book. I marked it as either 4 stars or 5 stars or 4.5. I can't really remember, but I loved it. What do you mean his worst book? Now, I've only read Fault in Our Stars and this one, so I don't really have much to compare it to. I'm taking kind of one John Green book a month so that I never have to be out of John Green's writing, at least for a little while. But so far, I loved it. I mean, what is so good? Now, what is a sugary sweet book? We gotta put some sugar in the cake, and one of the most sugary, sweet, unrealistic, but sweet book is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. And I loved it. It was cute, it was short, but it was pretty unrealistic. Can we be honest? Like, Oliver would never happen. Hadley was ridiculously annoying, but I mean, I loved it. I seriously did. So it was super sweet, their little romance, and I just thought it was cute. My eye itches. Okay, now it's time for some icing. We've baked our cake and we want to lather it up with some icing. And what book covers every element you like in a book? And this one is a slightly lesser known book, but I think it's getting out there, is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes, because it has action, mystery, suspense, a beautiful cover, I know that didn't count, fun characters, romance. I mean, it has a little bit of everything, plus it's high fantasy, and I love that genre, so it literally had everything that I could possibly want in a book. So good. So good. Now we're gonna put on some sprinkles. What book can you always turn to when you're in need for a pick-me-up? In this, always, I need both hands. Always and Forever, PJO, Heroes of Olympus, Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus. See, you guys know, my parents never let me read Harry Potter. So, I wanted to step out. I didn't really know that YA or middle